Welcome to our WorldPride International Rally and March on Washington for Freedom. Please welcome Dwayne D. Crank, the Deputy Executive Director of the Navajo Nation Washington office.
No matter what they say, sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day.
Woo! Good morning, everybody. It is an honor to be here today and to provide the land acknowledgement. But Dwayne Crank is a son and Shlobit and the Bashin, Twitchini, Dashinal, Sedajol, the Hafnandi Isinasha, Benakona, Shanigi, Ebenai, the Yamahasa, Yedis Kishadon need. So then again, thank you so much. My name is D. Crank. I'm the proud member of the Navajo Nation, the Dene people. I'm truly honored to stand before you today and have been invited and given permission by the local indigenous people to offer the land acknowledgement. Because I'm not a descendant of the original inhabitants of the land, what is now known as Washington, D.C., I felt it was essential to seek the guidance and consent before speaking on their behalf. I had the privilege of speaking with members of the local indigenous community, and through our conversation, I came to better understand the deep sacred connection they have with this land, a connection that exists long before colonization. And so with respect, now I offer the following land acknowledgement on their behalf. We begin with the land, not as the ground beneath, but as grandmother, she who holds our bones, our stories, our steps. We call the four directions east, where the sun rises, may new truths awaken. South, where warmth gathers, may love be fearless. West, where shadows teach, may we heal our wounds. North, where ancestors watch, may we remember their names. The city of Washington, D.C. was built on the stolen and unceded land of the Nachatunk and the Piscataway people. The Nachatunk people are sometimes referred to the Anacostia. The word Anacostia is the name of the European colonization gave and said. Nachatunk means people of where goods traded. It was a trading place for many diverse indigenous people. Piscataway means where the waters blend. The Piscataway people were called Kenawa, or the Konoi, by the Haudenosaunee people. Konoi means below the rapids. Today they are known, I like to be a part of them. Today they are known as the Piscataway Konoi, meaning people of where the waters blend below the rapids. The Piscataway people are still here. The indigenous people across Turtle Island are still here. Just like what this rally is about, I want to take the moment to call for action. This rally is about protecting our fundamental freedoms, freedoms that have always been at risk for indigenous people. Long before many of you recognize these threats, indigenous communities were already resisting marginalization, resisting prosecution, resisting erasure. Our fight for justice and sovereignty is not new, it is ongoing, and we hope for solidarity. My first call to action with all the individuals here is if you are not indigenous, you live on a land with a story that begins long before colonization. And with that truth comes responsibility to learn and acknowledge and to act. You must understand the deep wounds left by colonialism at residential schools and how those legacies still shape indigenous lives today. That means learning the names of the tribes whose land you occupy and understand their history, listening to their leaders, and yes, going beyond land acknowledgement. We all must match our words with meaningful actions. Challenge the stereotypes, reject the myths. Indigenous people are not relics of the past. We are present, and I stand before you. Powerful. We are present, powerful, and building futures on our own terms. We must support the work by advocating for land return, protecting sacred resources like water, protecting tribal sovereignty, and electing officials who truly understand the government-to-government relationships with tribes. Let's not forget language is identity. Support efforts to revitalize indigenous language and preserve culture through education. My second call to action, and for now, I must speak about the murdered indigenous women, girls, and Two-Spirit people. The missing and murdered indigenous relatives and queer individuals. Indigenous women and Two-Spirit people face violence at staggering rates. This is not a coincidence. It results of colonial system that continues to devalue indigenous lives, local and federal law enforcement failures to the lack of data, and the legal loopholes allows this crisis to persist. We demand better. We push for stronger laws like the Savannah Act and the Not Invisible Act. Support tribal sovereignty, indigenous-led solutions that address this crisis in culturally-rooted ways. Support organizations on the front lines, share their stories. Let's say their names and continue to say their names that have passed. Honor the lives and protect those who are still here. And let's uplift Two-Spirit's tradition, learn their history, affirm their identities, and build spaces where all indigenous people can live safely with dignity. The fight for freedom, justice, and truth starts with listening and leads to action. Nanachatunk, the Piscataway people, are still here. Indigenous people across Turtle Island are still here. 574 federally recognized tribes are still here. Nihehe, thank you.
To lead us in prayer.